Hi there. This is a quick mini Gogno movement session designed to help you feel and alleviate any guilt that you may be holding on to, either deserved or not deserved, or as they say, earned or unearned. Earned guilt is when we've done something that would cause remorse. Unearned guilt is when someone else is putting guilt on us that actually isn't ours. And a lot of times we can feel this unearned guilt when we are creating boundaries for ourselves that we really need. Whether the guilt is earned or unearned, it's real, and I want you to be able to feel it. So take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose, making sure the belly goes, rises, and falls. Put your hand on your belly, make sure you're taking deep belly breaths. One more. All right, and now looking down through your shirt with your eyes open, keeping them open, looking down at your shirt, anywhere and everywhere that guilt is running as a program in your mind, body, or consciousness, I want you to acknowledge and connect with it now. Okay, notice where you're feeling it in the body. Give it a few words to describe it. Is it heavy or light? Is it dull or sharp? Is there a color associated with it or a shape? How intense is it on a scale of 1 to 10? Notice this where you are starting. Let yourself feel it. Don't push it away. I know that that can be kind of tempting to do, but ignore that temptation and let yourself be in it. Start to move the ball down in the low position, saying the color either side, letting yourself feel that guilt. Feeling that guilt, whether unearned or not, let yourself feel it. Feel that guilt. Saying the color either side. I'm not going to say it or it'll throw you off because the chance of me looking at the same color as you is not that high. Feeling that guilt. Let your body experience it. Let it tell the story. Notice what's coming up, going up to the belly button now. Feel that guilt. Stay in that guilt. Nice deep breaths, letting the belly move, rise and fall. Notice what's happening in the body with the guilt. Feeling it, staying in it, letting yourself experience it. Feeling that guilt. Good, staying in it. You're doing great. Going up to the solar plexus. Guilt. Guilt. Looking at the things that have happened, the things that have unfolded. I'm looking at maybe what's yours and what was someone else's. And letting yourself feel that. Guilt. Guilt. Letting yourself feel it. Feeling that guilt. Feeling that guilt. Good. Staying in it. Staying in it. Going up to the heart. Still focusing on that guilt. Noticing it in the body. If it's moved, follow it. Stay in it. Good. Making sure the arm is crossing the median line of the body on the cross body that we're doing. Nice and deep. Keep staying in that guilt. Drop down into it. Look around. Get curious about it. What is this guilt? Where is it coming from? What is it telling you? What can you release to give yourself some relief? Going up to the throat, guilt. Noticing that guilt, feeling that guilt, letting yourself be in it. Guilt, guilty. Letting yourself feel it, letting yourself feel it. Good. Keep staying with me. Keep feeling it. It may feel a little different up here. Do your best to keep reconnecting to it. If you need to pause and reconnect to that feeling, please feel free and then pick up the video when you're ready again. Staying in that guilt, staying in that guilt, going out to the eyes now, feeling that guilt, letting yourself be in it, letting yourself be in it. Guilt, 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 guilt. Noticing it, noticing it. Up overhead. What's possible now? Is it possible to maybe be able to release at least some of this guilt? Is it possible that you've learned the important lessons and that this guilt can disappear completely? What may be possible with guilt that wasn't possible before this mini session? Just noticing. Inhale, bring the ball to heart center. Exhale, push it down. Letting that sit for a moment, checking in with the body. noticing what's the same, what's different. We're going to do some figure eights walking around before we go into the infinity. Just noticing what you notice. Let me get some of my dog's animals out of the way. Notice what you notice with the guilt now that you didn't notice before. Is it higher? Is it lower? We want to have a change. If it's higher, I recommend you pause, rewatch that video again, help lower before you go into the figure eights. If you've noticed that it feels a little lower, please continue with me. So noticing that guilt. So we're going to start looking down first of all. Notice that guilt. What's changed? What's the same? What events are coming up? On the second figure eight, you're going to let your eyes take in everything around the room. Notice your decorations. I got a crooked picture over there. Letting yourself be in the guilt. Letting yourself be in the guilt. On this last one, you're going to let your eyes go up. The brain still remembers where you are. It's not going to let you run into anything. Putting the eyes up into hope and inspiration. Still noticing the guilt. All right. When you're ready, go ahead and come back. We're going to turn our heads to the left with the eyes to the right. Nice big yawn, real or fake. Let that settle. Same thing, other side. Head to the right, eyes to left. Nice big yawn, real or fake. Okay. Checking in again. Notice what's changed with the guilt. Okay, checking in with the body. All right, so what we're going to do next, before we go into the infinity, I want to go into the ears. So you're going to be actually crossing over. I'll try to show you here. We're going to be massaging this outside lip of the ear. Starts right up. Can't really see it around my hair. Right up in here, this little part. How do I do this? There. This little lip right here. We're going to go all the way around, starting here. I'm going to count from 25 to 1, and you're going to pinch and wiggle. We want to do this cross body. Now, if you're more well endowed here, then you can do one at a time. But if you can do both, wonderful. Put one foot in front of the other so you have a staggered stance. And I want you to go back through. I'm going to count from 25 to 1. You're going to pinch and wiggle. And I usually close my eyes and let my head go down as I do this. And you're going to go through one of the events that you're feeling guilty about. And I want you to tell the story from start to finish as you're pinching and wiggling the ear, okay? So cross over. Head down, go into it, and pinch and wiggle. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Keep pinching and wiggling. I'm not doing it with you so that you can hear me counting. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release the ears. Nice big inhale, exhale at the top of the head and let him go. One more time. All right. And now whatever story you told forward, we're going to now tell in reverse. You're going to start down at the ear lobe and you're going to pinch and wiggle, going all the way up this time, going from 25 to 1. So starting down at the ear lobe, reconnect to that guilt that you're feeling in the body. Notice it there. May have changed again. Great. And start to pinch and wiggle and go. 25, 24, 23. Tell the story. 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Keep going. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Keep pinching. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the ears forward one last time. Exhale at the top of the head as you let them go. Okay. Checking back in another time. Notice what's there with the guilt. Is it up? Is it down? Notice where you are. Going into the infinity, we're going to start right above the left shoulder, letting your eyes stretch, keeping the head neutral. Slowly start to move this around. And where you feel the eyes pull, or you get double vision, or the eyes really feel painful, I want you to pause in those places and ask what's there. And hold it there until you feel the eyes release or you get the answer. Any place. And we want to go snail slow on this, making sure that we catch any reactions coming in the eyes. Notice what's there with guilt. Notice what's there with guilt. Looking first, is it earned guilt or unearned guilt? Earned guilt could be something like cheating on a test or lying to someone, or maybe not treating someone the way you know that they deserve to be treated. That can cause some guilt. Those are some examples of earned guilt. Unearned guilt can be someone trying to make us feel guilty for taking care of ourselves when that is in fact the most loving thing that we can do. If it is earned guilt, are you ready to forgive yourself? And letting that question ponder. Can you forgive yourself? The next time you get a chance to be in that situation, how do you want to behave differently so that you do not have guilt on the other side? And just noticing what comes up, pausing the ball wherever you need to. You don't need to move at the rate I'm going. Move the ball at whatever rate works best for you. And if it is unearned guilt, guilt coming from someone else, is there a perspective shift you can make to lighten that load? Potentially a mantra or an affirmation or knowledge that would help you eliminate that guilt. Okay, next time the ball is in the up position, go ahead and put it down. Can do a little knocking on the door of life. Give yourself a nice little spin with the arms. Nice gentle tap to the back and the belly. Not trying to clobber yourself, just nice and gentle. Nice and gentle. Good. Good. All right. I trust that this is helpful. Checking back in again with body, notice where you are. If you are still feeling a lot of guilt, please restart this video, go back in and go to the pieces that were the most helpful for you. Maybe it was the ears, maybe it was the infinity, maybe it was the crossbody. Go back to what helped you the most and continue to release that from your being. I trust this is helpful. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon.